Hello and welcome to Scopic Trading. Once again, we're here to share with you our futures daily trade setups, and we offer a risk-free 14-day trial subscription to our daily futures trading levels. This service will give you entry levels and targets for the ES, which is the S&P, the NQ, the NASDAQ, the YM, which is the Dow, the RTY, which is the Russell futures, every day before the 9:30 a.m. open, and this will give you clear entry levels and clear targets. So let's go ahead and recap Monday, September 22nd, exactly what transpired and the results from our strategy. So let me bring up that page. So you see, we sent out our email just before 9:30. As you can see, we had the time marked there, and we had the Nasdaq going above 24,824, which it clearly did. And today was a very, very bullish day and a trending day, as we all know. But we had our levels marked out: first target, second target, third target. We did not have any shorts in the Nasdaq at all. There was no reason for shorts. The Dow Jones also went above the 46,548 level, and another trending day there. And then we had the S&P as well, and the Russell. And we'll just get to the chart so you guys can see exactly what happened. And our recap email, we sent an email in the morning before the market opens, and then we sent a recap email with pictures and a layout of exactly what transpired. So let's take a look at that. In those emails, just a quick note here that the Nasdaq long trade hit all targets, all three targets. The Nasdaq had a short trade and it hit target 1 and 2 on that, which was kind of a fake out, but we would have made a little bit of money there. Then we had the Dow Jones hit all targets on the reversing, so we had a long, short, and then long. And just as a reminder, we only take a maximum of 2 trades on the markets at all. We don't do anything more than just 2 trades at a time on the entire day for any one market. And we had the S&P 500 that went long as well and hit all targets. The Russell came and also started to fake us out, but it hit all 3 targets and then reversed and gave us a bonus and hit all 3 targets on the long side. So let's take a look at these charts and you can see how we've laid out. So the Nasdaq is the first one here. Nasdaq rallied immediately after the open at 9:30, and we see the move hit that first target of 15.75 points, and also hit the second target of 31.50. If you had both, you would have made a profit on both of about 47.25 points. And then we came back and found support. A lot of us like to call it a break and retest. We break and then we retest the level, and then we rally back up, hit that third target, spot on, came back down, and then continued higher for a nice day. You can see the trending day on the Nasdaq right there. And then moving right along to the Dow. The YM came down. It was in a downtrend pre-market. You can see all the pre-market hours here at 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock actually is when the European market opens, 3 a.m. U.S. time. This is all Eastern time that we're looking at. And you can see where we were in a downtrend, and we had a spike down initially at 9:30. Strong move down, hit that first target of 27 points, hit the second target of 55 points, but did not go all the way down because the market was actually in a bullish trend on the higher time frames. Is why this was sort of a fake out. We'll talk about that in another video, but we rallied and turned around real hard, and we didn't rush to get into the trade because we turned, because this could have turned back down and it created another lower high, but it didn't, and it rallied back up, took out that level, and then we triggered along here on this nice solid green candle at 10:05, and then we pulled back into support and then rallied again and hit our first target really at 5 minutes later, 28 points hit our second target at 10:40, and then we moved on into the third target there. So by 11 o'clock, all three targets were hit, and that includes the short. Then we ran on into the ES. ES pretty much flows the same way as the NASDAQ, as you can see. Peaked its head above, came back and found support. That level was resistance level, going back to pre-market here. And it came back, so it found resistance, and came back and found support, and then rallied, and really was a freight train into the rest of the day. As you can see, a nice trending day on the ES, and the NASDAQ. And then finally, there was the Russell. The Russell gave us bonus points. You can see the Russell was in a downtrend, and then we had a nice clip move right there. It poked its head down at 9:20, just before the market opened. Like I said, we send out our emails just in time before the market, before the U.S. market opens, and you see 9:30 pushed down, hit that first target, second target, and 9:35. It was a strong push down for the Russell futures, and then we rallied on back hard, and that's a unmistakable rally. We don't try to pick reversals. We try to get into the trend, and we let it do its thing. Came back down, found support, creating a higher low, obviously, and then we hit there. And it's pretty much about, just before lunchtime, 11 o'clock, so we had to wait a while for this to materialize. It did go and hit that first target within the first 20 minutes, came back, found support, brilliant support right there, and bingo, all the way up to the first target again, and then the second target. It went sideways, created a little bit of a rectangle, and then bam, back higher. So all the things there, rally, find support, higher lows, everything is there. We just give you the levels, a target to know where a person should get out as these things move on. So that is the results for the day. So we just want to go over a little more things for you today, and we will be looking at there's our calendar for the week. This is what we're going to be paying attention to for the week here, and you can see on Monday there was not a whole lot of news. So the market had freedom reign to run its thing. We had a few FOMC members speaking, hard for me to say. And on Tuesday we have flash manufacturing about 15 minutes after the market opens. We get Powell speaking at 12:35. That may give us some chop. We'll have to see. Another red flag event. We're looking at these flags here to making sure that any red flag events, which is a high impact event, we want to make sure we stay away from. Wednesday there's crude oil, which is now a yellow flag event. It used to be a red flag event, but it can do some things depending on what's going on in the international world. Then Thursday we have final GDP at 8:30. Quite a few news announcements, but the major ones is the final GDP and unemployment claims, and then we round out the week with on Friday with the core PCE. All right, so brilliant stuff here, and we keep moving up, and we'll recap our week as we go along. Then just to give you guys an update on our overall results, you can see last week our strategy did 85% on that first target. Obviously today this is the NASDAQ futures. We are starting off the week with a bang, 100% across the board. On the NASDAQ, on the Dow, we had two trades. First target, second target on the first trade, the second trade. We had all targets, and we did this already. I'm just giving you the overall results on a spreadsheet, and this spreadsheet is available to any member that subscribes to peruse and review and analyze the deal discretion. And you can see the S&P was nicely done. So another day, and then the Russell just killed it and gave us all three targets, up and down, long and short. Just remember, we only take two trades per market per day, and that gives us what we need. We don't need to be greedy. All right. So just as a reminder of our subscription, if you are interested, just go ahead and give us a shout. Start your free trial, and you'll be more than happy. Also, we are offering free consultations for those that are interested in learning how to trade. We'll do a free 30-minute consultation to help you get an understanding of exactly what you want to achieve as a trader and what is possible day trading in the U.S. markets. Okay, until next time, take care, trade safe, God bless, and amen.